I did consider some other games for my 2022 Game of the Year. One of them was Ollie Ollie World. There was Marvel's Midnight Suns. I mean, even Call of Duty got a look in at some point because I think it's the best it has been in years.
Fun.
I've never played a game like the one I've chosen, not quite in the way it does, the way it trades on nostalgia and the way it makes this very, very cozy little world. I've played it through twice to completion this year alone, and I'm probably going to do it again. My Game of the Year is Tunic, developed by Finji and published by Ico Partners. And it is a little isometric adventure about a fox
fucking hell!
that is tasked with sort of saving the world and investigating what's going on this little island. And it starts off just as a sort of very video gamey, exploration driven, almost sort of like a Zelda-y title. But the more you play, the more you realise it's packed with menace and this really like conspiratorial edge to it. And the whole thing is kind of knitted together with this instruction booklet that looks like an old SNES booklet that gives you a lot of instruction about what's going on in the world and how to do it. And none of the words in it are in English. It's all in its own special language that you can choose to decipher if you want, or you can find clues as to how it deciphers. But it's a love letter to gaming, and it feels like picking up an obscure like Japanese title off the shelf when you're a kid and trying to figure it out yourself. And it captures that in a way that no other game has tried or succeeded in capturing that sort of sensation of the joy of discovery. There's a couple of things that really stand out in Tunic to me and why it's so impressive and why it supersedes even like Elden Ring as my Game of the Year. It could be quite easily broken down into like a little triforce of things actually, which is very relevant given the nature of the game. First of all, it's the graphics. It's got this lovely cutesy kind of like tilt shifted effect. It's kind of like toy boxy. It's very, very modern. It looks very like an indie game from the last sort of like generation, but by the same time it's got its own unique sort of like visual aesthetic that all works well. So it's very readable, it's very like knowable from the outside, and the way it kind of like uses the camera to block things off and help you discover secrets, and the little chimes it plays when you discover things, it's just like gaming catnip. You just can't get enough. You keep going back and keep going back for more, prodding at every single wall and every single corner. There's something that the graphics and the gameplay knit really nicely together. The second part for me is the music, done by Lifeformed and Janice Kwan. It's very electronic and organic at the same time. So there are elements of electronic, like synthy, droney things mixed with organic and like natural sounds and instruments. And I think it just gives this like this really nice. It's in the background, so you don't notice it, except when you do. And the way that they can really pull the music forward to like galvanize the whole experience, I just think it's a very, very good use of music in games, especially indie games, and how it can be quite immersive and pull you in to really, really care. Going from the back of your head to the front with music is such a powerful thing in gaming, and Tunic does it so well, and it really rhymes with all the secrets and stuff in it, which is handily the third pillar as well, just the secrets and the way that it feels like it's studied every single game which has ever been a secret and been like, yeah, we'll take that. And the way it kind of like, maybe it's just a treasure chest hidden behind a waterfall, or maybe it's a set of chimes outside and you hear the music and it's like, hang on, these chimes go up and down in notes. I'll press up and down on my pad and see what happens, and then lo and behold, you unlock something. There's a really compelling, fun, cheeky way of this game. It's like I hate to say this and I sound like a soundbite, but it's like the Dark Souls of puzzle games, you know? It's like the most elevated form of puzzling, done so well and so tightly, and all the puzzles have such a place and resonance with the world. You don't see that an awful lot. It's not just puzzles and secrets for the sake of secrets. It's secrets because they belong here and because you're tasked with finding them.
I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Stick with us, because we're going to be showcasing all of our games of the year every day in the run-up to Christmas, by which point we will have decided what the site's overall game of the year is. It should be Pentiment, but nobody listens to me. It's fine.